Hi folks, how you all doing? My name is Lawrence Man, this is LAWRENCEcanDRAW, and these are my thoughts on the Wacom Cintiq 16. Yeah, it feels very odd not saying Pro. Didn't a while ago, but now it does. Okay, so first off the bat, I have not got one to review. Why? Because I'm knee-deep in reviewing the Cintiq Pro 32, the engine, and the flex arm to go with that. That's a lot of boxes. So yeah, okay, if you want to see a review, I do recommend going to my good buddy Brad Colbo over there. He has one to review. It's a very good review, and that video is already up and running. I have seen that. Thumbs up to Brad. Yeah, so my first thoughts on that. This is a 16-inch tablet to go against all of the Wacom alternatives, a term I actually really hate. They are good tablets. I have reviewed a lot of tablets out there from other manufacturers, 16-inch tablets, 13-inch tablets, and so on, from the likes of Huion, XP, Pen, Veeq, and yeah, other manufacturers. Go and check out my reviews on those and take a look and let me know what you think in the comments below. There's a lot of other reviewers out there who review Wacom and only Wacom. I've been called a shill in the past for, you know, only reviewing Wacom, and that's why last year I started reviewing other brand tablets. Personally, I've used drawing tablets for over 20 years, you know, deep into the mid-90s when drawing tablets became a thing. And I used Wacom because they were the first people on the market, because they were the best on the market. And for years they were, and they still are, the best in the market. They're the people who spend the most on R&D, they're the people who spend the most on components, and it really, really shows. This is why Wacom technically are the best at what they do. And it's why they charge the most money. Okay? You know, and it's become a bit of a gripe with not the pros, but the people starting out and the people who are part-time artists and amateur artists. And I know some people hate that term, but it is a true term. And this is why Wacom charge a lot, because they put a lot into what they do. But it's really nice now to see Wacom giving a little back and bringing out a tablet which isn't a Pro. It's the Cintiq 16, not the Cintiq Pro 16. So what exactly does that mean? Well, it means some of the specs aren't exactly the same. It means it hasn't got that 4K screen. It's got that 1080p screen, which is exactly what you see from the Wacom alternatives. Again, I hate that term, and I'm sorry, because it kind of belittles the other manufacturers a bit, but you know, so be it, we're going to use that term. Apologies again. But yeah, so it's got that 1080p screen. If you look at the Wacom alternatives, they all have that 1080p screen. It doesn't have USB-C input. A lot of people who are going to be able to afford this tablet, you may not have USB-C on your computer. A lot of people don't, even a lot of professionals don't. So it's not really a problem. When I go looking for a tablet, the main thing, and I do mean the main thing that I look for on a drawing tablet, it's not the resolution. It's not necessarily the hotkeys, and this does come with my absolute favourite thing in the world, which is this. And I've got videos on what kind of hotkeys I try and use, the on-screen hotkeys, whether I try and use a mini keyboard, whether I try and use this. Yep. And I've tried a lot of different hotkey combinations, and this to me is still the best. You know, the Microsoft dial, everything. This is the best. I even worked with Adobe, you know, on the Microsoft dial and kind of getting the UI for that perfect and everything. But yeah, this to me is the best hotkey kind of thing. So yeah, I'm glad they're shipping that. You don't have to buy that separately. They're shipping that with the Cintiq 16. So bravos, you don't have to buy that separately for $100 bucks. So yeah, this is $600 and so, you know, and have a look and check that out on the website for however much that is in your area. And that amount is pretty much the same, maybe, you know, it's the top end of the same to compete with the Wacom alternatives out there. But I look for two things. yeah, two things. I said one thing, but yeah, it's two things I look for on any kind of 16-inch drawing tablet. Firstly, I'll start off with the secondary thing I start looking for, which is the screen. I look for that matte anti-glare display. I do not like gloss displays. You'll find a gloss display on a lot of Chromebooks, you know, on the Surface Pro, etc, etc. I don't really like it. I can live with it, but I don't like it. If I can find a good matte screen, brilliant. Now, this new Cintiq 16 has a matte display. Brilliant. It's not as good as it is on the Cintiq Pro, but again, that's why you're getting this for basically a little over the third of the price. So, you know, that's why you've got the price drop. I can live with that. It's a matte display, so thumbs up. That is another reason to pick the Cintiq 16. Now, some of the Wacom alternatives have a matte display. Is it going to be as good? Personally, I would have to try it, review it to be 100% sure. But given how good Wacom are, I'm gonna say that I'm gonna guess, be tiny bit biased maybe, and just say Wacom know what they're doing here. So yeah, I'm gonna say out of all of them, maybe theirs might be a touch better, but who knows? I don't want to jump the gun on this. Without reviewing it, I couldn't possibly say. But having seen the new Wacom 32 already, which is a step up from the last generation, the 27QHDs, etc. They have upped their game even further. They've done a lot more R&D, so yeah, I think that they will have moved even further past their competition on this one. The second thing that I look for is the pen. Now, I have got the latest Pro Pen 2, and I even have the 3D Pro Pen 2, and that's absolutely amazing. The best thing you can find on any drawing tablet is the pen. So make sure, you know, you get the best pen possible. The tilt support on the Pro Pen 2 is fantastic. Above all other drawing tablets, I would put that pen for the drawing tablet. If it's only an extra $100 above another drawing tablet you're looking at, definitely worth getting it for the Pro Pen 2. Which one? That one. They're so similar. But that one, yes, the Pro Pen 2 alone is worth spending the extra money. If you're saying, $500 worth $600, which one do I go for? You go for the one with the Pro Pen 2 every time. Now, at the moment, I'm using a Mobile Studio Pro 16 for my mobile tablet. I also have a Surface Book, but the one I love to use more is definitely the Mobile Studio Pro, because it has the Pro Pen 2 and a matte finish. You know, I like the Surface Book because it has a keyboard, but if I'm drawing and I'm doing serious work, the Mobile Studio, because of the stylus and that matte finish, because I'm a serious artist. You know, that stylus, that's where it's worth it. So, realistically, this has a set of legs. You can buy that separate stand. Looks very similar to the stand that the Wacom alternatives use. If you're serious, then grab yourself an Ergotron arm. If you're buying this as a budget, you could go and buy an Amazon, you know, affordable arm. To be honest, if you're wondering what the difference between the Amazon arm and the Ergotron arm is, well, the Ergotron arm comes with a very lengthy guarantee, and it's been tested over and over and over again, whereas the Amazon arm hasn't. So that's why the price difference there. Personally, I would go for an Amazon arm. Oh, no. Personally, I'd go for the Ergotron arm. Slip of the tongue. Talking about arms, the Wacom Cintiq Pro 32 that I'm reviewing, Wacom have brought out, God, I've fallen to bits now. Wacom have brought out their Flex arm for the Cintiq 32, and that looks amazing. So yeah, arms all round for everybody. I would go for, with this 16, I would go for, yeah, I'd go for an arm for this nice little 16. Unless you're somebody who's going to use this with a laptop and keep moving it around, maybe you're a student and you're just going to keep taking it to university and back. In that case, use the little legs on it. The 16 is something that's perfectly nice to sit on your knee and use. For years with smaller tablets, I just used them on my knee. I used to put my feet up on the desk and just use it back and forth like that. But unless you're into ergonomics like I am, and you know, you're going to go fully pro and have a nice little setup. If you are, then I recommend my Ergonomics for Eyes playlist. Go and check that out. I could go into what's in the box and everything like that, but I haven't done a review. Like I say, go and check out Brad's. That's absolutely awesome. I'll put a link in the description for that. But they're my two main things that you should look for: the Pro Pen 2 and the matte screen. I can't wait to see more of this. Personally, I'm just playing with a Cintiq Pro 32, and for me, yeah, I don't care about much else. So stay tuned. Have a great day.